I'm a Raider fan because of my dad and Marcus Allen.
I'm a Raiders fan. Born in Oakland, I will always be loyal to the silver and black.
I'm a Raider because I came back to the Bay from LA with my team.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan because of my grandmother. Town business.
I'm a Raider fan. My grandmother raised me as a Raider fan.
Welcome to For Life, our Raider story. We sit around here at the fabulous Bank Club right now. Talk about preseason, how we feel of the rookies and the coaches. Anyone has any immediate thoughts on what's going on and what they feel about preseason?
Even though preseason sucks, no preseason sucks. Yeah, that sounds kind of weird, but
because there is no preseason and some of the other limitations, I think it's going to take some teams a little longer to gel, especially teams with new quarterbacks, teams that had some inconsistencies last year. They're trying to gel and they're bringing on some new players, hoping to make that jump. I think that will prolong some of that chemistry that's needed to start playing well. So I think basically if I had to predict, we might see some bleeps and blunders in the first 2, 3, 4 games, and then all of a sudden you might see a smoothing out, week 6 and 7.
Right, because how are the rookies going to get their time to play with the vets? How are they going to gel with that?
I think it really hurts a lot of the rookies. I feel like some of the rookies it's okay for, but the undrafted free agents or the 6th rounder or the 5th rounder that's not going to get that time, that's not going to get to show what he can do, it's really going to hurt them. I mean, you only have so many spots on the practice squad.
They have to be concerned about getting cut.
Well, I think the majority of them are going to have kind of.
There's players that
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. There's some players that didn't even get a chance because of the roster was trimmed.
A lot of them are not going to get the chance they deserve, and I feel bad for them. So some of those gems you find late in the draft are now not going to happen, and I think that might hurt us a little bit.
Maybe I don't pay that much attention to preseason because I'm probably drinking in the parking lot.
Exactly.
But isn't a lot of it about players trying to still make the team?
Yeah.
I mean, and they've already cut those players, so it's unfortunate that they don't get a chance to prove themselves.
In some kind of weird way, maybe more the 3rd, 4th round pick, it'll give them a little extra love because the higher paid veterans, they're going to get screwed too because you cut them so you don't got to pay that high salary and you can pay this other dude because we know it's all about money. The whole move, everything, the NFL, the whole sports in general.
Your point, where teams had 5th, 6th, 7th round picked and was dropping back to, under normal conditions where, accumulating more draft capital, getting some of those late round to find some of those jewels. We know this year we don't have any time for that.
Keelan Dots last year.
Right.
I mean, and then he didn't make the team at the starter or whatever, but they brought him back because he proved. So you're not going to have that. So say even you get cut, but you proved enough that if there's an injury or something, you can't even prove that. That to me, that's kind of rough for a lot of people. So to some aspect, that'll help some of them, but the ones very late in the draft, I think they're in a world of trouble, and I really feel bad for them.
But speaking on that, you gotta give our GM some love, man. Mike Mayock said, "Hey, I didn't want to trade back because of that. He was thinking ahead that we're going to have limitations this season. I might not have enough time with these players to develop them." So he didn't drop back to have a 6th or 7th round pick. We only went through round 4. You know what I mean? This year, and I think he was really, really smart for that. For thinking ahead.
I feel the same way.
I agree with both of them. No preseason. We all hate, like George said, we hate the preseason. But this is football. This is smash mouth, hit you in the mouth. There's no Zoom video that can
Make you feel those punches.
that's going
Yeah.
So I think that with that we might have more injuries at the beginning of the year because cats haven't had any type of contact.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so
Great point.
Yeah,
You got-
that's a good point. But usually
have to
those
keep
energies
Abrams away
happen
from
in training
goals.
camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We usually
Exactly.
see that in preseason and
Yeah.
training camp. Those,
Exactly.
and then they get a little chance to heal up, and then they're good for the
So
season.
when and
yeah.
if the season does start, do you think the player's gonna be a bit timid? Maybe like
No, I think
no?
they'll probably be more like, let me go
Like, let's
crush
go.
your bones
Oh, okay.
and
More knock your head
Let-
off.
Or, yeah,
Let's
all that
hope they
pent
did a
up-
lot more gym work to kind of overcompensate for that.
Right.
Let's just hope a smart player says, okay,
You should.
I'm going to do a lot more strength and conditioning because of the simple fact I'm not having a lot of contact in the off season due to, limited training
That's
camp and
assuming you
preseason
drafted
games.
smart players. That's assuming you drafted smart players.
touche.
Well, that's been kind of one of Mike Mayock's mantra is this type of player. You know what I mean? Not only is he good on the field, good off the field, good in the film room. So he has his guys that he's trying to bring in that has all of those type of, you know what I mean?
In the
They
words
bring
of
all
Mike
that to the
Tyson.
table.
In the words of Mike Tyson, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the mouth.
What about until you get your ear bitten off?
Oh, yeah. We might see some growing pains week 1, week 2, week 3.
But don't you think it's an even playing field in that aspect, right? Because this is
Definitely.
not like particular to one team or the Raiders. Like the entire NFL's kind of issue to overcome. So
Definitely.
Yes, but also, yes, definitely. But also you have some way more veteran teams that have been to the playoffs for
Sure.
3 years.
They
in
have
a
an
row.
advantage. I think they have an
And
advantage.
So they have a super advantage.
Yeah,
Like
they
the
have an
Saints
advantage.
kind of team,
Yeah.
or even though Brady's gone, a Patriots type of team.
Yeah.
More like you said, I mean, with new quarterbacks, new head coaches, new systems,
They're just
those teams are gonna be behind.
Those teams are going to be way behind.
Huge disadvantage
Yeah.
for them.
So at least we don't
Yeah.
have, at least
we
we
don't
don't
have
have that
Right.
problem.
Right.
At least we don't have
Yeah.
that.
What I'm gonna miss at training camp when we would go is like,
I'm in
he's
training
cut.
camp right now.
He's cut. And try to make
Oh,
our
yeah.
predictions.
I mean,
You
but
were like, where's my paper?
like Q
He's
was
cut.
saying though, those injuries, because I remember going to training camp and you see the guy, with the trainer over to the side,
Yes.
and then you hear. I remember talking to people who were going on different days, like he was still on the side, like and you don't see him anymore. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Like
one
man.
season though, like I think it was the season right before Derek Carr, and like honestly, I don't really follow a lot of the preseason training camp stuff, so I can't name probably half of the players that are trying out or whatnot. So I'm not really that knowledgeable in that. But even for me, I'm sitting there like I look at her and I go, who's our quarterback? Right? And there was like some executive sitting in front of us, and I didn't know that. And he turns around and he goes, "That's the problem." And I was like, "What?
We were
What are you
like,
talking about?" And he kind of like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm
a coach
Coach
was
or
in there,
something
and he
like
wanted
that.
a
He was
different
like-
perspective of what whatever he's seen and where he would see it at, and he thought the same thing. So I think I missed that already. It's like you're cut,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
not cut. It's like okay,
And we're not basing it off anything
No,
except
anything
for like how they look in their
the
pants.
20 that 20 minutes they were out there stretching. That's all I know.
That's a whole different evaluation. Okay?
I was so looking forward to blacking out that stadium in Santa Clara where the red and khaki team plays. Oh man, I wanted to roll in there, represent.
Everybody all black.
That was a tailgate game.
That was a
I
tailgate.
had a
That
few,
was-
Yeah.
I was sad to see that game go
Me too.
here in Santa Clara. I was like, oh,
I
man.
just wanted to embarrass them, really, because they're a Super Bowl team, right? They went to the Super Bowl last year, and I think how it would have been is the Raiders just dominating that stadium, or the Raiders fans dominating that stadium, and the Raiders aren't even a playoff team.
Yeah, I hope we get that back and not have to wait, what is it, every 2 seasons, 4 seasons or something like that. It seems it was frequent with preseason Raider Niners and then the big, the big dust up over at Candlestick that last time. So they kind of missed a few
They were
years.
like, hey, no more. Yeah.
So they probably was part of that.
But I have to admit
that.
though, the last time we were there for the night game, I tailgate and it was just a big party in the parking lot, and all the stories I got back was just partying. So, hopefully that is the state of the union next time it comes back, and we're all partying. So.
But in 2020,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna
too old to fight.
2020.
You ain't never lied. I'm back hurt already. Thinking about it, I'm like,
Hey, I'm just gonna drink. We'll just have a drinking contest, bro.
yeah.
No, you
Let's
should
drink
have a
beer.
football contest.
There we go.
There you
That
go.
too, for
Bring
sure.
something.
For sure.
So we see how maybe the players, the rookies won't be able to perform. What do you think the coaches are going to, how are they going to determine though, how they work out? You know, how do the rookies work out on the field? How do they mesh with the vets?
Right.
I think that's gonna be
What
the
is it?
challenge because they
Yeah.
gotta now.
Yeah.
They have to now have packages now. Like, hey,
They do.
you might can't do all of this, but I want you to do just this really, really well. You know, if I'm a coach, that's what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking packages for certain players until, like we said, until further along in the season, you start adding to those packages and you keep that playbook very, you keep it small and let them, as they grow
So if they're
and
really
start.
learning,
Yeah, I
they
think you have to do that. They do it with, we always would hear them do that with quarterbacks when they have to bring them in, bring in a new quarterback really quick. If I'm Gruden, I'm doing that with Ruggs. I'm doing that with Edwards. You know what I mean? I'm making sure they have these things they master.
When you say that, that kind of irks me. Like
Yeah.
for us, that kind of makes me feel like ugh, because I feel like I've heard plenty of times that Gruden has this like super advanced playbook, right? And he has this incredible playbook, and one reason why he likes Derek Carr is because he knows his playbook pretty well, and he has this crazy. Well, if part of your thing is you have this crazy playbook, but now because of this we can't get it all in, we gotta go more simplified. That's gotta hurt us.
And another thing too, I gotta remember, back at the preseason game, I used to work out all my, some new recipes that I wanted to tailgate with. So
And you
Definitely
know
missed
how
that.
you're drinking
Yeah,
the
drinking the
game.
game.
yeah, you work your shit. It's preseason.
Me and Will would have to practice our makeup.
I know. That's perfection.
There was a fan,
It's been another
No
year. I need another
pressure
craft.
tailgate.
Yeah.
Like you ain't care, like
Hey,
yeah,
I wanna
really
try
tailgate.
something. How you
Yeah,
guys
we'll be
like
around,
this?
but
You
it
know
don't
what I
really
mean?
matter.
Well, a lot of good thoughts, a lot of good opinions. So we have to just wait and see what happens.
We'll see.
what
We'll
happens.
see for sure.
Cheers to non-preseason.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's a
Oh
non-preseason.
no, we're
all
cheers.
right.
Cheers to
I know.
right. Just cheers to football's close.